what's up, my chatter boxes? If you guys haven't done so already, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that share button. Share it to your friends. Share it to whoever. I really, really appreciate it. Welcome to my new subscribers. I really appreciate you guys for hitting that subscribe button. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. So this review is for Marriage Boot Camp Reality Stars, Season 17, Episode 10, Hip Hop Edition, Vow or Never. So it starts off with Hazel still yelling at Devine, thinking he let some stripper or some girl grind all on him with her period, when in actuality it wasn't a girl's menstrual at all. So when she called Phaedra over there, Phaedra had told her, no, it looks like whatever he, vomited up, that's what's on his pants. So she was like, this isn't the Devine I know. This is not what he do. Listen, y'all in a different situation. He's letting loose. Some things are going to happen that you may have never seen before. So cut him some slack. Give him a break. It's a stressful situation. Give him a break. So all the girls is over in another room. I think it's Tahiri room. They over in another room. They talking about, the events that's going to transpire. And they, was talking about how they had fun last night. And, or any of the other girls concerned about if they not, don't get a ring or anything like that. So Tahiri, when they were talking about Vado, Tahiri was saying how, they came there to strengthen what they had, not tear things down. What I do not like about Tahiri is, and I think a lot of what's going on social media is fueling my perception of her on the show, but I'm only going off what I've seen on the show as well. She has a tendency to be aggressive. We've all seen this. She, threw the apples at him. She's verbally abusive, the things that she say to him. And I'm not saying that Vado wasn't deserving of some of those things, because he was acting like an idiot too. But it's never okay to put your hands on somebody. It's never okay to throw, any objects at anybody, because things hurt. You can't dictate how someone else is going to react off of what you do. So you only can control your behavior. So you can't throw apples at him and then try to throw him under the bus because he gripped your ass up. You just can't do it. Not, like I said before, neither one of you guys were right. None of you guys was right. So it's almost as if she doesn't take accountability for her part that she plays in any of these situations. And I hope that she somehow realized that it's not always everybody else. Sometimes it's you. And I'm pretty sure you were in those situations. I'm pretty sure that the people that you were with were toxic as well. Vado seemed like he can be toxic, but it's all in how we react to the toxicity. If it's too hot to handle, get the fuck out the kitchen, okay? That's all I gotta say. And if you can't, try to see if you can diffuse situations rather than, add fuel to them. And that's for a male or a female. It ain't just her, because males, you can de-escalate situations as well. So I'm curious as to see how this is going to play out with her and Vado. Is she going to get a ring, or is she not? Is she going to give him a ring, or is she not? I don't know. I think they need to just walk away from each other. That's my opinion on that. Phaedra, they asking Phaedra why she don't want to, have sex with Medina. And I think he doesn't have enough edge, because that's like the girl said, you like somebody, with edgy. And she was like, yeah, maybe I put some, beef in his food, because I guess he must be like a vegetarian or something like that. I don't know. And Phaedra, I don't know what Claudia Jordan was saying about Medina is true, so we gonna say alleged on this, but she alleged that he, physically assaulted her. So we don't want him to be aggressive if that's who he really is, and he just putting on the facade for the show. We don't want that, Phaedra. So you keep him as mild-mannered and mild-tempered as you possibly can. If you don't want to give him the cooch, don't give him the cooch. Say, I don't want to be with you, and I'm just not, sexually attracted to you. You could say that, and no harm, no foul. But why drag him on the show when the hell you knew you wasn't trying to give up the cat? Like, you knew you wasn't trying to give up the cat. So I don't understand what y'all on the show for. Anyway, the guys was, talking about the upcoming ring ceremony too. And Devine said all he know is he ain't leaving there without his girl. He ain't leaving there without his girl. And we don't know, because is he in it for the clout or isn't he? It's on, we got to watch the show to find out. So after the couples got some food, I don't know what the hell that was they were eating. I don't know. And they all eat like birds. I guess that's how they all stay so fit. Anyway, so after they finished, getting some food, they called them into, I guess, the common area. So Judge Toller, Dr. Ish, and everyone was there. So they getting the results of the lie detector test. So first up was Phaedra and Medina. So the question asked to Medina, do you want to have sex with Phaedra? And he said yes. No deception indicated. They get to Phaedra. Do you want to have sex with Medina? She said no. And no deception was indicated. She doesn't want to have sex with Medina. So Medina said, well, so in his confession, he was like, what the hell are we here for? You know what I'm saying? And I think her problem is she's saying that he says he wants sex, but he's not doing anything to lead up to the sex. So he must not be, he's not what she used to. Because she said she can have sex this time of day, that time of day, do you want to have sex? He's not, I guess, showing effort or doing the things that, get you aroused. So, Medina, you going to have to step it up too. Take control. Maybe you too soft for Phaedra. Maybe I don't know. But whatever it is, it ain't connecting to, her little lady part down there. And she ain't trying to give it to you. So either y'all going to walk away from this or y'all going to get it together so you can get in those panties, okay? Then we had Willie and we have Shonda. So the question asked to Willie, do you plan on being unfaithful to Shonda? No deception was indicated. He was like, I told y'all, because y'all all thought I was lying. I told y'all, he wanted to be faithful, to Shonda. Yeah, I think that you really do want to be faithful to Shonda, but the question is, can you be faithful to Shonda? Okay? In your mind, you probably don't want to hurt her. You don't want to, put her do these things. But do you have the willpower to abstain from those acts? That should have been a real question. Anyway, so Shonda, they gave him, so that the question to her was, will she be able to forgive Willie for his past indiscretions? But Judge Toller didn't give the answer. She just gave the envelope to Willie, and she said you can either open it later, or if it doesn't matter to you much, don't open it at all. She told them that they have a heart. Within this 10 days, they put in the work. They tried to turn it around, and she's proud of them. And sometimes you need those affirmations from people that you respect and admire and stuff like that. I hope that they got on the right foot, and after this, you don't want to see a young black couple that been married for 10 years, been together for 12, have children. So you don't want to see them separate. But if it's a toxic situation, I don't feel as though you should stay in it. But if y'all can build and rebuild and get it together, I'm here for it. I am here for it. Next, we had Tahiri. So they don't have Vado there at the same time that Tahiri is there. And her question was, do you, I think it was, do you expect physical violence in a relationship? Something to that effect. And she said no. But deception was detected. So she don't realize that maybe that's normal for her, and she don't see it. And I think in her eyes, she believed that she was telling the truth, but somewhere in her that you do think that that's a normal thing to, a normal situation to be in with your partner, like a hostile situation, because it showed that you were being dishonest, even though I don't think that you thought that you were. So they gave Tahiri the envelope with Vado, lie detector test results in it. So his question was, do you regret putting your hands on Tahiri? They said that he didn't have the right to ask her those questions. I guess he answered the questions, but he didn't have a right to ask her a question. And he lost that right the minute he put his hands on her. So he wasn't even present for this. So they saying that you have the right to know those answers, but you don't have to do it in front of everybody. So they gave her the envelope or whatever like that. Like, I mean, I don't know if Tahiri going to reveal that on this show. I would really like to know the answer to that. I think he was, sorry for what he did, but I don't know. He could be, conning us all. I have no idea. And Willie was saying in his confessional that he don't see Vado and Tahiri leaving boot camp together. He can't see it, and I don't see it either. He was like, he just hoped that they can, keep the friendship. Maybe that's not somebody you need to be friends with. You know what I'm saying? Because if he brings that hostility out in you and you bring that out in him, maybe you two don't even need to be friends. You just don't. I'm sorry. Next we have not Vado. Next we have Devine and Hazel. So we all know that she's not going to do the test. She's not going to do the test due to her miscarriage and things like that. They want her body to heal. But he was given a question, and the question is, everybody know that she wants to know if he in for the clout. And guess what? That baby said yes. Deception was detected. So Hazel is in her goddamn feelings. And my thing is, Davon is cute, but he's a whole goddamn square from Delaware. He is corny as all hell. Look at him standing up there with that stupid ass scarf on wrapped on his head. He is so corny. Oh my goodness, he is so corny. How did you let this guy play you, Hazel? How did you let him play you? Like, come on. What? You let this little punk play you? Girl, please. So he was saying, that I don't know how that can be true. He said that he really loved Hazel, but what he did say, maybe in the beginning it started out like that, but he started genuinely having feelings for Hazel. See, that's the thing. He got in it to use her. But I guess, he got caught up in the situation, because you can't control how your heart going to go once you in a situation. Y'all having sex, y'all, hanging out, y'all doing this, you doing that. You can't control how that's going to go. But your ass did initially go in it to get fame, notoriety, or whatever, because I don't know how much fame you was going to get off Hazel. Well, we talking about you, so a little teeny bit of notoriety. I wouldn't say fame, but notoriety. Instagram notoriety, put it like that. And YouTube. And I don't know. I don't know how Hazel gonna handle that, because y'all already know that was something that she was adamant about. And then what, for Hazel to have thought he was only messing with her from clout, that says a lot about Hazel. Hazel, I think you might got low self-esteem. You think that you can't get nobody that looks like him, or that is, because I ain't gonna say as good as him, because how good is he to you if he ain't bringing nothing to the damn table? Because I don't have comfort in taking care of no man. I don't. Now we can help each other, but I ain't taking care of no man. I'm just not doing it. So after Judge Tola gave her little spiel, how she genuinely care about each and every one of them. She hoped that they all can take a little something from whatever she said to them and apply that to their lives. The general talk. After she gave her little spiel, she told the people, the couples that they can go and get dressed into Corrupt, and the girls can go into Corrupt in Tony's old room. She asked Tahiri to stay behind. She asked her, she said, well, how are you feeling? So Tahiri was like, she said she believed that she was telling the truth. And like I said earlier in the video, the judge told her, said, you may have thought that you can. She was like, but it could be like a visceral effect, like from things that you've seen in the community, things that you've seen, in your past situations. You might not realize that certain things are inappropriate. So, Tahiri said she don't, her and Vado were such good friends, and to be in the situation they are now is kind of crazy because they want him to come back, and they asked Tahiri if it's okay if he come back for the ring ceremony, and she said yes, it's okay. So she ends up leaving. So Hazel Hazel was flipping out. Like when they escort, when they adjourned the little meeting that they was having, and she heard what she heard, she was pissed off. She started crying, and it was nice to see Shauna, embracing her. She was hugging her. Phaedra came over there, was like, "This not cool. This not right. This is bad." And she was like, I'm sorry, I'll keep saying she was like. Hazel said, I knew it. He came up off money. He came up off clothes. He got a little TV fame. He got a little Instagram fame off me. She was like, and I genuinely was falling for him. I genuinely loved him. I thought he was, genuinely feeling me. And then this is what I get. I know it hurt, but you shouldn't have put yourself out there like that. You should not have put yourself in that situation, because how you was acting on the gram is that he was doing all these things for you. He was taking care of you. Y'all was up in Dubai, living it up. Y'all was doing this. Y'all was doing that. I'm not saying it's okay for somebody to take advantage of anyone, but what I'm saying is, Hazel, you made that bid, and then your ass lying in it. You know what I mean? Because he wouldn't have had a chance to do that, because even if he would have got a couple things out of me in the beginning, once I already see how this shit was playing, I would have put it to the stop. I would have halted it. Because I'm going to do what I want to do for you, not what you think I'm going to do for you. That's just it. I would have halted that. Period. Like, nope. I had a couple people run across me thinking they was going to use me. Oh, no, not today. Not today. Not today. Okay? If you think you're going to use me, I got something for you, because I put a stop to that shit. Put a stop to it. Anyway, you had the fellas, they all talking, and Medina, he said he don't know how to take that. Like, Willie was like, well, what the hell is he going to do? She don't want to have sex with him. Like, where else is there to go with that? And for real, like, Medina, you have a choice. You have an option. You can stay or you can't. Do you want to have sex or don't you? If not, if you okay with not having sex, stay. If you want to have sex, go find you somebody else to have sex with. Because Phaedra clearly ain't trying to have sex with you. Devine all like, I really love her. In the beginning, it might have been there, but I grown to love her, and I don't want her thinking that, I'm in it for anything other than love. I don't want her thinking it. So Medina was like, you need to just give her space. Fuck all that. I ain't giving her no space because, she could be thinking anything. So he storms out. He goes to where Hazel is, and, it's Hazel and Phaedra. Phaedra escorted herself out of their business, and she left the room. She's saying, what do you want? She was like, you already got the TV. You already got on TV. You already got Instagram fame. You already was in the blog. What else you want from me? You what are you still here for? Evidently, you don't want me. It says so, in the, with the lie detector stuff. He was like, I love you. I want to be with you. That's not right. He was like, I don't care if you ever put me on social media again. I'll still be here. I love you. She wasn't trying to hear that shit. Like, she wasn't trying to hear that. She was tearing up. She was crying. And he was saying in his confessional was like, I don't know what she think. If it's too good to be true. If she look at me, something. I'm like, oh, he really must think he is GQ fly. I will give you that you're cute, but that's all. You're corny. You're cute and corny, okay? Okay, that cuteness wear off in a while. It do. It really do. Especially when you corny is how you are. That shit wears off. So she stormed out after she threw the water on his ass, called him thirsty. She stormed out. He following her. I did like how the security was on it. Security was up on it. That's all you hear was her screaming like, get out. What do you want? Leave me alone. Just, let me have my piece. And he's still trying to. And he's still, trying to calm her down. But what he don't understand is you're not calming her down. You just inciting her. Leave her alone. Give her this piece that she asking for, and let her go about her day. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Let her calm down. Give her a minute to process what she just learned. It's hard. That was the one thing that she was so insecure about, and then it was proven to be true. And only reason why she was probably really thinking it like that, because she must have felt it in her gut. She felt that shit in her gut. Next thing security was up there. You hear her screaming, so all the other people come, running up there. You see Medina saying, "No, don't do that, don't do that." And I felt for Hazel. And Hazel is not my cup of tea. I really, like I say in all my videos, she really is from an alternate universe where she thinks she is just God giving gift to this world, and we all just live, eat, and sleep Hazel egg. But as a woman, I sympathize for her, because ain't nobody trying to be used. Ain't nobody trying to be used. But I feel like we shouldn't put ourselves in those positions to be used. If a man gonna like you, gonna like you. You don't gotta offer him all these things. If he gonna like you, he's gonna like you, and that's just true too. That's just true too. So Dr. Ish was watching all of this, and he went up there to talk to Hazel, because he said he wanted to help her try to process the information that she just received. So, she said in her confessional, like, listen, I'm not with this bullshit. She was like, I can't, put up with nobody, just using me and this and that. But she was like, I'm not going to stand for it. Well, you stood for it this long. And like Dr. Ish said, like, you don't have to be in a situation where somebody's constantly taking from you. You constantly giving to somebody. You have a right to be happy. You have a right to be a healthier situation. So my thing is, Hazel, I know you love him. But if that was something that you was adamant about and you wasn't going to cut no corners with that, make your decision and cut your losses. That's it. Okay, so it's ring ceremony night. And, we see that they brought Vado back. I guess he's going to participate in the ring ceremony. But he's still not able to, like, integrate amongst the participants. So we see the girls, they're talking, they getting their makeup done. Hazel said that she spoke with her mother. Her mother was like, listen, if that's what the results of the test, said, won't you put him on payroll? Won't you be his manager? Because, like, listen, at least if, he's in it for clout, or he's this and other, you going to get paid off of that. So she asked the girls what they think. So they were saying, give him the contract and no ring. And Phaedra was like, she agreed with it too, because Phaedra all about the business. She all about that. She was like, she ain't see nothing wrong with that either. And because I guess Hazel's so deep in with her feelings, she don't want to cut her losses, but she won't want to look like a total idiot. So I think she think that this is like an easy medium for her to be able to digest what she was just given. Me personally, I would have just cut my losses with his ass. I really would have. Like, I would have cut my losses. I just would have. So she was like, she put a lot of people on. She helped fuel a lot of people careers. She was like, at the end of the day, she a businesswoman. She was like, but she also know the other side of that, because she had got into relationships that she didn't have the best intentions. And when she said that, my first thing went to Cat Williams, because I don't know if y'all remember, she was with Cat Williams. Yeah, you was in there for $1. You was in there for a come up. Now, she ain't say his name, so I can't say that's who she really was talking about, but that's who I assume she was talking about, because I don't really know no other people that she was with other than her chasing around Young Berg on Love and Hip Hop. So, I don't know. Anyway, we don't know what she's going to decide. If she's going to decide to give him the ring or not, or just the contract or whatever. So, I mean, I guess that's what's going to help her, like I said, feel good in her spirit. Whatever. So then you heard Medina, he was talking to the guys, and he was saying how, well, technically Phaedra didn't lie. the question was, do you want to have sex with Medina? And she said no. He said, but yeah, at the end of the day, what's that about? Yeah, what is that about? Because if she don't want to have sex with you, it's nothing else to unpack. Not unless you want to get to the root as to why she don't want to have the sex with you, but do you even care at this particular point? Because evidently, if y'all been together this long and she still don't feel a need that she feel that way about you, it's time to cut the losses. Put your ego aside and just say, okay, Phaedra, no love lost. You go your way, I go my way. I mean, that's how I would do it, but everybody ain't me. We get to the ring ceremony. First couple up is Willie and Shonda. They get up there. For a minute, I thought it was going to go left because Shonda was like, she don't know if she'll be able to forgive his infidelities. Willie said that he really can't put up with too much with, her in the mouth and her, being disrespectful. But he got on his knee and he gave her the ring, and she had a ring in her case as well. So they gonna try to make it work. And I, like I said, if they can get past the infidelity, if he can stop the infidelity, then they got a good shot, and I'm here for it. So now we got Hazel and Devine. Devine, he really wants to let Hazel know that he is not in it for that clout and he genuinely loves her. Hazel, she don't want to feel like she being played because she still love him and she not about to turn him away because, like she said, she'll be a fool or she'll be fraud. And if she say that waking up to him and going to sleep with him don't put the biggest smile on her face, we already know she already in too deep with him. So she presented him with the contract. And she explained to him why she presented him with the contract. He signed, didn't even read the goddamn contract. And Dr. Ish was like, oh, that's what we doing now? He was like, this is supposed to be a relationship and this is what we doing? He was like, you really want to control him like that, Hazel? And Hazel was like, well, hey, like, in order for me to feel comfortable, I got to know that, I'm going to get something out of it too. So Devon was happy with it. Hazel seemed to be happy with it. She seemed to feel like she trumped him. I mean, you are technically getting paid from it, but it's like you paying somebody to be with you. Like, it's weird. It's like weird. So they came out, into the common area where Willie and Shonda was, and Willie was like, you really signed the contract? And Shonda was like, he did, whatever like that. Willie was like, it's supposed to be a relationship. Devon didn't even read the damn thing. The producer and the confessional said, you signed that and didn't even read it? He was like, well, I don't care because I love my girl. So when he's asked reading and they put in the WeCV messy and shit, they putting up like little, captions. And so he was reading it. And it was like, basically, the caption was saying, basically, Hazel E owns that ass. And I was dying. Because she getting 30% off. She getting 30% off his ass. And he looked like he can make some money. He is a nice looking guy. He probably can model. I'm pretty sure he'll get some Fashion Nova endorsements, different little things. So she getting a little percentage off of that. I ain't mad at that. So we see Phaedra and Medina. They're on the chopping block now. And Phaedra, I don't know. Phaedra, I don't even know how to even address Phaedra. Because she was saying he's different than what she's used to. And I guess she's willing to give him the opportunity, like, to show her something different. But Medina was like, by her saying no and her putting him in the position that she put him in, Medina didn't give her the ring. But Phaedra had a ring in her box. And then when he seen that Phaedra had a ring in her box, he said, okay, well, I'm going to do a revision. I'll hold on to this. And then if things get different between me and you, then I'll give it to you. So it's like on a contingency basis. And they walked away as friends. And Dr. Ish said, well, normally we'll send people, in a different direction. We don't allow them to go into, the room where the couples that, gave each other the ring. Or he was like, but y'all made the right decision and y'all happy and they're going to work on it and they're going to be friends. And he said he's going to eventually get that. He's going to eventually get that punya. And he really going to eventually get it. But he ain't get it yet. So they're happy with the decision. They're going to work on their friendship. And I'm glad in that moment Medina manned up and he just didn't let Phaedra just do what she wanted to do, because she can be dominant. She really can. So last but not least, we have Vado and we have Tahiri. Tahiri had a pretty. I like that dress. It was pretty nice. It was plain, but it was cute. So they get into the room. I'm going to try to like speed this up a little bit. They get into the room, and I don't want to try to diminish what she was saying. So she basically was saying that she's staying there before him as little Tahiri, as for other women that think abuse is I think she said for other women that think it's okay to let somebody put their hands on you, like that's normal. She said, I stand here today and take the power back and let people know that none of those things are okay. So Vado was starting to get like upset. He was like, man, what? I'm really, it's like he started laughing. He was like, y'all really brought me here for this? And Dr. Isha was saying, this is not for you. This is for her. This is her truth. And even though, like I said, Vado and Tahiri both was wrong, Tahiri needed to take accountability for what she was, for what she has done too. The reaction that Vado gave me, it didn't sit well with me. Like, I understand you don't want to feel like, you don't want to be victimized, but you got to understand that you victimized someone. You understand what I'm saying? So you have to sometimes sit and take it, even as uncomfortable as it is. And the fact that you responded, the fact that you responded the way that you responded, it has me to look at you sideways. It didn't sit well in my spirit, that response that he gave. And then Tahiri was like, you could have just simply just maybe throw, apples back at me. I don't know. She was like, she said, and the fact that I didn't even get scared when you did what you did, that's very telling to me. She said, I learned a lot of things about me. She was like, I will no longer be put in a baggage room. She said, because I unpacked so much things about myself. She was like, I will hope, that we could be friends. I think she said, I hope that we can be friends or whatever like that. She was like, but she's no longer letting anyone victimize her. She's no longer, sitting in silence and keeping people's secrets. And I appreciate that. She ended up giving, she had a ring, but she said, this ring is for me. So she put the ring on herself. She's, and she was happy with that. Vado was getting pissed. She gave Vado, she didn't even look at the results of the lie detector test. She gave it to Vado, but Vado must have already knew the answers or whatever like that. But you remember they said that it was 3 deceptions found. Okay. Who was the okay, so we know that it was Hazel E. boyfriend. That was deception in that. We know that it wasn't Willie and Shonda, because Shonda, Willie revealed what Shonda's response was later on in the episode, at the end of the episode. It wasn't Phaedra. We already know that Tahiri's showed deception. So Vado's must have came back as showing deception too, because Tony and Corrupt are no longer there. So Vado, the lie detector test picked up that you was lying. So, and then like y'all already heard me just say, it didn't really feel good in my spirit what he said. Now he's saying that he has learned from this, and he's not gonna he want to treat a woman right, and he don't want by saying that, he mean he not gonna ever put his hand on another woman. But I don't know, Vado. I'm looking at you suspect too. I am. I'm gonna always get Tahiri together too, because I don't like some of the shit she pulling. But right is right and wrong is wrong. I ain't get a good feeling from you, and I just didn't get a good feeling. So he storms all. He left. He leaves out. They all congratulating everyone in the room. Everybody's having fun. They popping bubbly. Judge Toller said she, liked everything that she seen in there. She appreciated it. It was a good ending to a good season. This was a good season on Marriage Boot Camp. I will say I liked it. That's all I had for this episode. This is the season finale. I don't know who the new couples are going to be next season, but this was a good season. If you guys like the video, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to holler at your girl.